May catch some residual noise from a neighbor as he prepares for a storm. Let's see. Sound good? Yeah, sounds on. All right, let's finish up these wee folk so I can move on. We're working on the black. I don't want that. Why is this? Where the hell? Where's all the black? What's this? No. What happened to all the black? I don't understand. For real? Where? Oh, here we go. Good there. Okay. Me, myself, and I right now, when somebody pops up, I'll start jibber-jabbering. Still working on these King's German Legion 2nd Light Battalion. Once I get this black done, it'll move pretty quick. But there's a lot that needs to be black on these guys. So that's what I'm taking care of here. I had my Indian food, so I'm all fed and watered. Good to go. A little long nap would be very tempting right now. Because I doubt I get much sleep tomorrow night. Some folks have decided to depart and become part of the mass exodus of New Orleanians that are leaving. The bridge is backed up with people right now. They're sitting on the bridge, barely moving, waiting hours to go just a mile. Because they decided to leave and should have left before now. But I guess better late than never. I just hope they don't get stuck on the bridge. Gunstrap. Ooh, we have a Looky Loo. Welcome, Mystery Looky Loo. That. Still calm outside, still nothing going on. I called the landlord and said, hey, you have any intention of at least supplying? I'll put it up, but at least supplying some plywood I can hang over this window. I got a window out front there that's about twice as high as I am tall. And it would probably benefit me to hang some plywood over that. I don't know that I would be able to land some myself at this point in the game. I'm sure it's all sold out. But landlord says, oh, I'm out of town. It's like, oh, cool. Good for you. And just leave us to our whims. So no intention of prepping the houses that you own for your tenants, huh? Okay. I said, if you had somebody that can even drop some boards off, I'll hang it. I mean, so he said he's going to see what he can do. I also have a neighbor that's very handy with the tools and whatnot. So I'm in good hands with him. He's a Mr. Fix-It. Anything that's broken, he can rig it where it works. So he's good to have as a neighbor. his basement area is like a Lowe's store. It's got pretty much everything and anything, and a lot of things you wouldn't want or need. He has a bit of a pack rat, but strap right down there, nice. And this guy here. What else? Strap. All kinds of straps. What is that? Super glue. I had super glue all over my arm last night. Trying to glue these limbers and caissons and things. I've got this stuff that works really well, but the nozzle gets clogged. Like every time, I've got like 4 bottles of super glue, but the damn nozzle gets clogged. So I've taken to unscrewing the top and just using a toothpick and just taking it out that way. But inevitably, it gets all over the place. See, I had it all up and down, all my arm covered with super glue and fingers and everything. Luckily, with super glue, for whatever reason, on skin, it doesn't hang out very well. It comes off really easily if you just, especially if you soak your fingers or hand in water. I may take a little bike ride through the French Quarter just to be nosy. See, gauge what kind of, how many people have left or are hunkering down based on activity there. Again, I just left the Indian restaurant, which strangely was open. I scolded them, and I said, "Why are you open? You guys definitely need to be closed tomorrow." Don't know that they'll heed my advice. And ate way too much. King's German Legion. There we go. The color here. I want to get the Shako. May not be paying for a while unless it's outside. Once the power goes out, I fully expect to lose power. Tomorrow night sometime, probably for a few days. Hopefully only for a few days, depending on how bad. It could be a week or more. We shall see. I should be able to finish these folks probably tonight. And then this other stuff here, this limber and caisson and stuff, the flying ambulance, is again just for flavor. There's no real timeline on needing to paint that up and get it on the table. I have a number of things actually that free time willing need to be addressed, but no hard timeline. I have some old grenadiers, old guard grenadiers I picked up for the French. Some more Highlanders, which I said I'd never paint again, to beef up for the Brits, and a couple of regiments of Hussar for each belligerent, and some Hanoverians, some more British if I wanted to. I also have some Nassau. Oddly, I found a box of Nassau infantry online, and I didn't want to do the logging in thing on the phone. So I ordered it as a guest, right? And this was a long time ago, and I never got a confirmation that it was sent. God knows when that's going to show up. And I really got lucky with this big Warlord shipment that came in with just showing up yesterday. Otherwise, that would have been stuck for who knows how long, because I doubt the mail runs anytime soon after tomorrow. Anything else? Man, what a place to live, where everything just shuts down because of the weather. It's so strange. I guess up north you deal with like snowstorms and things, right? We good on this guy? I think we're good on him. Okay. Then we have, let's do, is this Major Von Boring? Let's do him. Long sword scabbard. My neighbor lady is very old, but she's very active and healthy. Periodically hear people calling her name, Miss Jean. Making sure she's okay and ready to ride out the storm. She was here through Katrina and doesn't seem too worked up about anything at the moment. So I'm kind of absorbing her calm. Making it my own. You done with this? Done with the scabbard. Okay. Shoes. What is this junk? It's like this muck or junk or something on the brush. What the hell it is? Crap from the paint making? I don't know. I'm a big paint waster. Pour out a big glob and then use it. Use some of it. Most of it dries up. I guess because I don't use a wet palette. I'm not using a wet palette. It doesn't really help, in my opinion. I've tried using one. Oh, he goes all the way up, doesn't he? Crap. Oh, well. I think his... I'm going to check something on this guy. I think his pant cuffs, not just his shoes are black, but his pant cuffs, crap, go all the way up his legs. That needs to be black too. I got to verify that. Let's see, Napoleonic Wars, see if I can pull it up and see him. He only comes with the La Haye set, Saint set. Liaison. Moving along, scrolling through here, looking for a picture while the brush dries in my hand. Hurley. Here we go. Where is he at? Is he on this picture? Why? There he is. And yes, I need to paint all the way up to the top of the pant cuff. That's fine. That's fine. I think this guy I used to work with at MBS, and he didn't speak English very well, but he did know how to say "that's fine." So almost anything you said to him, which and impressively enough, it worked most of the time. So you would say something and he would go, that's fine, If you didn't know him, you'd be like, okay. But then if you heard it 1,000 times, you're like, why does this guy keep saying that? That's fine, Because that's all he could say. That's the only English he knew. That's fine. The drive to and from eating establishment was a little telling. There's cars up on what we call the neutral ground. It's a convoluted median, really, is what it is. But people park on there during storms because it's higher ground than just parking on the street normally. Because it's going to flood, and then all the flood waters will rise up and get into your car. So a lot of cars on the neutral ground. Noticing lots of boards going up over storefront windows, etc. I don't want that hair on there, thank you. All right, let's go back to here. And I'm still talking to myself. That's fine. That's fine. Had a couple people drop in on this session. Kind of shopping around for something to watch. Let's see what he's doing. He ain't doing much. Let's check something else. He ain't doing much either. Cuffs. We were painting Major von Bering, an officer of the King's German Legion 2nd Battalion that fought in Liaison. Isn't this exciting? These guys don't paint themselves. And I wish, I've already said this, I would pay extra for a company that at the least put these together for you and prime them. I mean, that's fair, right? That's just the least they could do. Put them together and prime them. And pay them, sure, that's great. Obviously, it would cost an arm and a leg. I know well, then you should just get, what are those, the King and Country figures that come painted? Nah. But again, realistically speaking, I think Warlord offered these guys such that they came already put together and primed. Well, a lot of the metal ones are, but I mean, plastic ones, I guess. No, I'm supposed to get this shirt thing here, black. The lace on the front of his jacket. Yeah, you can't get that small, which is always why it looks just like this black thing that he's wearing on the front. That's the best you're going to get on this. Because you could get this small, but your eye isn't going to be able to differentiate between the lines. It's so tiny. It'll look like just a black mass anyway. So that's the best we're going to get there. The sash is dark red, so we don't have to worry about that with the black. Let's get his collar. Nope, that's his sword, not the collar. Doesn't matter because I haven't painted the sword yet, so I can screw that up all I like. There's a weird air pocket bubble on here. On this collar where the paint doesn't want to go. Alright, we good now? Can we set my people free? What, he got stripes on his? What is that? Okay, more stuff. We have a Scabbard belt hangy thing. That is the official name. Scabbard belt hangy thing. Where's the other part of it? It's here? Can't see. It's here? I think that's it. All right. Anything else? Yes, that's black, whatever that is. Okay. Well, what is it? We don't know. But it's black. Another black, I don't know, black looking thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a belt, right? So it's below the sash is like this belt. Gets black as well. What is that? That is part of the sash? No, it's not. It's like brown. Okay, done with him. Anything else? Let's do some of these squatty guys. Squatty guys. Black. There. See all that I put on there? That's too much. You don't need that much. If you use a wet palette, you need a third of that. Well, I don't paint like that. No watered down hues for this guy. Just pure color, pure pigment. Pure pigment paints. You ever have paint on your finger and not know it and handle the guys you're painting them and get crap all over it? It's always fun. One gun strapped down. Millions to go. Scabbard. I've been eyeing this reproduction saber sword thing for the 95th rifles. It's sweet to look at, and for what it is, I guess it's affordable, but I mean, at the end of the day, what the hell do you need that for? I'm going to get it, unsheath it, wave it around a couple times, and then stick it on the wall. And it'll just be this thing on the wall. So, how bad do I need something on my wall? I don't know. Still cool, though. I may do it just to spite myself. I get buyer's remorse, and it's like I buy this thing, right? And then I worry, oh, well, the car's going to break down, and I'll beat myself up because I spent, what is it? I think it's like $200 for this stupid sword. That isn't even a real sword. It's a reproduction sword. I don't know if you could sharpen it. Probably not. It's probably mostly chrome or nickel plated or something. Nope, wrong thing. Painted as powder horn. Boo. Not the end of the world because it needs to be painted anyway. Pay attention. I know there's 3. Okay. In this jacket roll, there's 3 straps. I thought there was only 2. Boy, with this brush, this paint really beads up on the tip. Just the tip. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't really thought about it enough. Let's be more complete and follow through with the strap. Not just do part of it. Do the entire strap. It is challenging to see without my normal light, but it's going to produce a an atrocious glare for the mass of folks watching me right now. It's just going to be pandemonium on the web. It'll be pitchforks and torches all over the internet if I did that. So I won't do that. But it makes it harder on me. Somebody out there, tell me a story. Somebody tell me a story. While I was eating, I read a story on the phone about this cat that was stowed away on a ship in a hold. And they didn't know it was in there, and it was locked in there for the entire journey. I don't know when this was. Anyway, the cat survived, and they tried to determine how it survived. And as it turns out, it had found a thing of candy. I don't know what kind of candy, but candy, basically just sugar. It was surviving eating that and licking the condensation off of the metal ship walls or something to that effect. It's pretty impressive. Very resourceful little kitty. The cat I've had for, I don't know now, 3 or 4 years. She's 5, 6, I don't know. She's either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 or 6 years old. And she can be a sweetheart, but it's on her terms, typical cat, right? She went through her first storm with me last year. It was Zeta. And I think she hid in the closet. I may hide in the closet with her this time. I'm not sure. I think I might make myself wear headphones this time because listening to the wind blow across the house is terrifying. It sounds like the roof's going to come off. So I may listen to headphones. It's like being at the dentist office, right? You can hear them drilling. You can smell the smoke from the drill as it drills through your enamel. I hate that smell. You can see the smoke, but you can't feel it. It's so weird. So headphones help with that. You don't have to at least hear it. Shoulder wings, collar, straps, too much. This guy's a pain. This squatting down guy's a pain. Everything's bunched up around his chest area since he's squatting down. So being able to make out what's what is ridiculous. Plus I painted over it angel green, everything on there. So it's even harder to make out separate features. Once again, I should be using my light. Looking through that. We're going to make it, guys. We're going to make it. Just hang in there. You just do the best you can. He doesn't look, I don't know how this guy goes. I'd still like to know what the hell these things are hanging from their shakos. Damn tassel things. Music or audio books with the headphones, or are we just talking noise canceling? Yeah, music. Which could be argued as noise canceling. 1914, Glory's End. How are you on here, but I don't show that there's a person watching? That's weird. What's who makes? Oh, GMT. Okay. Is that older? That sounds vaguely familiar. I have never counterclipped. Am I missing out? I'm not against the final result, but I don't feel like I'm missing out on the counter clipping thing. Okay, a little bit of water. I'm another squatty feller. I can't tell what the hell I'm painting. Okay, it's a gun strap. But it continues down over his leg, is that right? Jesus. The gun strap lays over his thigh, runs up into his hand, comes out the other side of his hand, around his other hand. This is the most complicated gun strap ever. How did they sculpt this? It's like a snake that ate a tab of acid and just got all twisted around on something. It's all like tripping on his rifle. All right, now there's that. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I? Yeah, I forgot his boots. We gotta go back. Backtrack. We forgot boots. Oh, look, a cotton thing. See, this paint's already almost dry. That's all wasted paint. It's terrible. All because I won't use a wet palette. Hey, diddle diddle. Some of the music I listen to, you could argue, yeah, is noise canceling. It just sounds like static. It's some pretty harsh rock and roll stuff. A little trebly. Oh my god, I can't get in there for that. Alright, let's go this way. Hold on there, feller. I gotta finish shining your shoes. And you can go fight a war. How's that? Very good. You can't go around with no shoes. Be the laughing stock of the army. Alright, so there's that. We gotta go in there somehow and get the stinking other side of his stupid shoe. Without getting, it only sucks because I can't get the pants. His trousers. I can't get this black on his trousers, right? So, alright, that worked out. You know why that worked out? Because I'm using a Finest Sable Winsor & Newton Series 7 brush. Good? Happy? Yay, done. Alright, that was our backtrack. Rob Frank GMT reprinted it when the Eagles fight. It's an old Ted receiver finally getting it out. Clipping helps there are lots of counters and Jason has this chance. I understand the benefit of doing it. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather the little nubs cause conflict and stacks to fall over, I guess. Doom and post-rock, so I understand what you mean about noise, but I grew up on goth, grunge, and thrash. Well, kindred spirit, sir, we have some things in common. I ran through the punk rock, the goth. What else? I hate to throw out genres because it really doesn't tell you anything, but yeah, emo, blah, blah, blah. Industrial, like Einstürzen, Neubauten, Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy will always be one of my top 5 bands of all time. Not tiny death metal phase. Definitely thrash. These days, lots of black metal. Anybody that doesn't know what that is, you probably don't need to know. Because if you liked it, you'd know what it is. Foot. I think in a lot of the early podcast episodes I did, I put orchestral opening bits from Dimmu Borgir on there. I don't know if anybody realized that. This is this brutal black metal stuff. Fairly commercial, but it's still good stuff. I cannot see anything. Where's your shoe? What'd you do with your shoe? Go find your shoe. Bring it to me so I can paint it. And take your sister's diaper off your head. You ever see Raising Arizona? Good stuff. If you haven't seen Raising Arizona, you have homework. I'm not much for comedies, but I find that funny. I usually watch slow, sad crap. I don't know why. It's calming and beautiful to me. The superhero movies, all these Marvel superhero movies, I'd rather anything than watch those. They seem so hollow and useless to me. Everybody's entitled to my opinion, hey. You're very opinionated. Thanks for noticing. Cartridge box. I still feel, as much as I'm painting black on these guys, I still feel like there's like major things that I'm missing that should be black. I don't know. The amount of research I did for these guys was minimal as far as uniforms and etc. I just know there's a lot of black and green, all right? So I'm putting a lot of black and green. You happy? Does it make you happy? This one guy's like, can you put your mask on, sir? At the library, he's like, there, you happy? What are you talking about, man? It's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with you. I didn't make the rules. Just wear the damn mask, dude. You don't want to be bothered? Just wear the mask. Or don't be here. Nobody is forcing you to stay and come to the library and stay here. If you don't like it here, if you don't want to be in here and have to wear a mask, dude, you're free to leave. Like, these rules suck. I'm like, well, why are you here? Go somewhere else then. It's simple. Just put a little black on this guy, because that's all I've been doing here for 2 hours. Black here, a little black there, black everywhere. Baba Black Sheep. Remember that show, Black Sheep, with Pappy Boynton? With the F4U Corsairs? That was cool, I guess. And anything else? Again, I can't see what I'm doing. I know there's a lot going on here in the general chest roll area, but for the love of Pete, I can barely see to get in there what the hell it consists of, right? Let's do a backpack and shut up. Backpack. The other thing to remember is the wash that I use really forgives any mistakes. I don't know. I can't say enough about it. It's just you can actually suck at painting and just throw a wash on it, and it makes it look like you don't suck. Basically. God, I just slopped that everywhere. Luckily, it's on things that still need to be painted, so we're good. Bedroll. That's not a bedroll, so that's black, okay? How many times did I do that? It's just part of the backpack. It's not a bedroll. So I have to go back and check that. I call it a bedroll. What is it, a jacket that's rolled up? This is ridiculous. I may have to just bite the bullet and start using the light, even if there's a glare. It's just, I'm getting crap everywhere. I need my magnifier. Sorry. I think after this guy, I'm just going to have to do that. I can't continue to just slop this all over the place. There's no point in doing it if I'm just slopping it all over the place. Collar. Well, that's a good collar. Nice, good, clean line on that one. I can't see in there. How many times do I have to say that? It's not necessarily the light. It's the way these guys are sculpted. When they're scrunched down, everything's bunched together. And it makes it really hard to see in the areas that have stuff going on. And this green color isn't forgiving as far as letting things stand out that you need to paint. Shall I go on? Can I? Oh, you betcha. All right. I think he's done. I'm sorry. I gotta pull this light down. I mean, look at that awful glare. I know that's bad. I don't know any way around it. It's horrible. Makes everything around it dark. But now you can see the light here. Now I can look through the light down to what I'm painting instead of not using it. It makes things bigger. It makes things brighter. I have to do it. I'm sorry about the glare. What else? DSBM. Something black metal. Depressive, suicidal. But yeah, there's a. Did you see that documentary? Oh my God, I forget the name of it. This dude. It's about people that make that kind of music, and it's like they're all like single dudes that like they're not a band. It's just a guy that makes that type of music. I can't remember the name, the title of that, but it's cool. Another good documentary for black metal is Until the Light Takes Us. I can't believe I'm talking about this. I think like 2 of my subscribers actually like this music. Until the Light Takes Us, I believe, is another one. And the dude from Dark Throne is predominant in that, heavily interviewed. There's that one too. So you got 2 really good ones. And they go into the whole background of Varg from Burzum and all that stuff. Apparently you're racist if you listen to Burzum and blah, blah, blah. You know, there's rules for everything now. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you do this, then you're this. It's like, no, I just like the music, dude. You're the one making that connection, not me. You know what I mean? Or if you don't do that, you're this. It's like, good Lord, y'all. Find something else with your time instead of like defining other people. It's annoying. I grew up with those stupid rules when I was a punk rock kid, and everybody's like, oh, you listen to that? Well, then you can't be punk because you can't listen to that and be like, who says, dude? Where are all these rules coming from? You can't wear this if you're that, because then you're this. Yeah? I'm sorry to confuse your boundaries of your life, but I'm not here to like help you out there. I remember one time I was a goth kid for a while, right? And I kind of like saw the ridiculousness of the scene and how like overly dramatic and just stupid it was as far as people stuff they whined about, and it seemed like a farce to me. And not to compare genres, but punk seemed a lot more appealing at that point. And I used to do the goth night, DJ for the goth night thing. And then one time I was like, I've had it with these people. And I just started playing punk music, and they were like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? You can't play that." And I'm like, I understand their point. Like, it's goth night, they don't want to hear punk music, but it's like, my point was, you guys limit yourself to such an extent. You don't allow your mind to be open to anything else. So I'm going to force your mind open. And they didn't like that. This one girl was like, "Oh my God." You would have thought you ran over her puppy or something in the driveway. What's happening? I thought it was funny. My friend was blocking the DJ booth so nobody could come in. I didn't get to DJ anymore for goth night after that. But then I got the DJ for punk night, which was fun. And then I learned that, there's rules for punk too. It's like, can't do this, can't do that, blah, 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 blah. Like, Jesus Christ. The whole appeal was like anti-rule establishment, blah, blah, blah. And yet there's still rules. Oh my God, this is horrible. All right, steady hand. Bad, just bad. I'm going to have to touch this gray. Oh, Jesus, that's embarrassingly bad. These might be the worst. This might be why I don't paint live on camera. These might be the worst guys I've painted yet, other than the French that I started out painting for this, what has turned into my summer of painting. They don't look bad, but you can definitely tell I started out with them because they're pretty raw. So other than those, these may be second worst. I don't know what the hell is the problem. The chest area is confusing. I've already said that. I'll say it again. This chest area has 10,000 things going on. I can't make heads or tails out of any of it. There's 1,500 straps here going around the chest. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's supposed to be what. Bumps, lace, straps, lanyards, wrinkles. This is all sculpted into the thing. I don't know what the hell. What's supposed to be painted, what's not. Ridiculous. I'll get yelled at because you listen to Marilyn Manson. It's like, dude, he's too commercial. You can't listen to him. He's too commercial. It's like, I will listen to whatever the hell I want to listen to, man. Can't listen to him. Can't do this. Can't do that. Like the scene Nazis. Yeah, we slop more on. Great, cool. More slop. Why don't I just take the brush, get a bunch of paint on it, and flick it at it and call it done? It'd be just as good. I mean, this is atrocious. I'm hitting the main things, but I'm telling you, these guys are confused. Confused looking. All right, I'll shut up about it. 5 to go. I don't know. Hermoder, listen. Try, here's one for you. Try, summoning. I know it's not for everybody, the sound, but everything they write and sing about has to do with Lord of the Rings. It's black metal stuff. But I'm not making this up. Everything that they write and sing about has to do in some way with the Lord of the Rings, which I find great because when I read those books, that trilogy as a youngster, his writing, Tolkien's writing, his way of describing things was, in my opinion, second to none. The way he described a battle scene, etc., it made it so vivid in my mind, like it was, as real as it could possibly be. It's great stuff. I've since tried to reread those books, and I think something happens to your mind over time. I can't get that cinematic Viewmaster going in my head like I used to be able to. It just doesn't happen. I think I'm making up straps as I go. Let's make that a strap. Okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah, called summoning, like when you summon something. And I think the music's great. I think it's composed in an awesome way. It's got like some keyboard in there. And I've been listening to them for years. Can't get enough. The voice is that typical black metal voice, but it's not as annoying as some people typically find it, black metal voice vocals, to be. Some of it just sounds so dumb and generic, you know what I mean? A lot of it. Because admittedly, the music isn't hard to reproduce or recreate. But you can tell when someone's just going through the motions just to say, oh, I did a black metal record. As opposed to somebody that puts one out with passion and puts his heart and time into it. Forgot his shako. That's great. Forgot his shoes. What a mess. Yeah, summoning. Do yourself a favor, dude. On YouTube, there's a page called Summoning Topic. Type that in. Summoning Topic. And that's all their albums. Because if you just put summoning in for some reason, you're not going to get all the albums to pop up. So go and type in Summoning Topic, and you'll get that stuff to pop up. Lots of good stuff. What else am I doing here? Strap. Oh, wow, I did a good strap for once. That's the first and only good strap I think I've done. Collar. Again, if I can just get through this black stuff, not the music, the painting, it's going to go fast. But there's just so much of it on each of these guys. It's ridiculous. It's just so much of it. Well, these brushes are fine and dandy. The only complaint I might have with this brush is it's not stiff enough. Or is the paint, okay, the paint's too thick. All right, I give. Water it down, water it down. What if my landlord will come through with some boards for me to hang over the window so it doesn't blow in like the Three Pigs? I think that's my main concern. The flooding, I'll just have to live with. The power going out, that's fine. It's not permanent. It gets fixed, it comes back on. But these windows blow in, that's a problem for a while, especially since my landlord's out of town. So we don't want that to happen. Is that a strap? I don't know. How am I supposed to know these things? No, it's something. I don't think it's a strap. Got his collar, got that. God, this is atrocious. Okay, gun strap. Keep moving. Just keep moving. You ever watch Seventh Son's channel? He's another war gamer that has a penchant for the metal music. I've noticed some T-shirts that he's worn where I was like, okay. Amon or Moth, that band. I think there's a song called Pursuit of Vikings by them that's really cool. That's more like, well, I guess you call it Viking metal, huh? Everything has to be labeled, right? But I think that's what we would call that, Viking metal. I don't know how to explain it. You just have to hear it. It's like if Warhammer had theme music. That's what it would be. Was never a Warhammer guy. So I guess I'm defective. Nothing about that stuff interests me. None of the factions or armies or none of it. I could really offend some people by going on about it, but I won't. I don't enjoy it in pretty much any aspect of it. Again, that's my problem. Not y'all's. If I die and go to hell, I'll have to like paint a thing of Space Marines and feel them on the table. That'll be my punishment. I don't even know what a Space Marine is. It's like they wear like these suits of armor and what do they do? They do stuff. Space Marines. If somebody wants to bring their Space Marines and fight my Napoleonic figures, I'll do so. I will gladly oblige. Oh, no, more gun strap. See, this is easy because the shotgun and the gun strap are molded onto each other, so you can just slap all over the place. Shoes. Oh my God, shoes. Warhammer used to have a heavy metal label back in the late 80s. I grew up on Warhammer. Thankfully, remember Bolt Thrower? They always had like Warhammer looking covers. Bolt Thrower. One night I was DJing and I decided to play Bolt Thrower. It was not a crowd pleaser, but I got a kick out of it. I like all kinds of music, not just the black metal, although I listen to a lot of it. Great Battles of History. You dumped the minis when you got into Great Battles of History. Okay. Some might wonder what happened with me with all the board games I own and have enjoyed and played, and now I just do this. Literally, I pretty much just do this now. But I think you could, if you go back, I think you could see the change taking place, evolving real time. Because I was constantly trying to convert board games into miniatures games. I was doing this over and over and over until finally I was like, you're not fooling anybody. Let's just do minis. And so that's all I've done. I don't think I've done a board game in I don't know how long. You guys probably know better than I. But how many years and videos do I have of board games? And it's fine to enjoy something, but to do nothing but that thing forever is kind of limiting. Now I say that, and 10 years from now I'm still doing Napoleonics. You're going to say, remember when you said, yeah, I know. I'm contradictory too. I think people are contradictory by nature. They just can't help it. If you're not contradictory in some way in your life, you're autistic. Something's wrong with you. And it's so funny because people always try to throw that in your face, like, well, you said this or you did this, and now you're doing it. Yeah, I know. It's contradictory, isn't it? That's what people are. They're contradictory. What do you want? And they're irrational. And then they're irrational just because they can be. People. Which is such a strange reason to be with something, but that's how people are. They'll be irrational just because they can be. I'm including myself when I say they and all that. Because I'll be the first to admit that I'm contradictory and irrational. All right, I'll shut up. I'm not going to soapbox now. Are we good with this guy? For the love of God. What are these tassels? Will somebody tell me? Do I have to look it up? I have to look it up, don't I? That's fine. Huh? That's fine. Let's check, because I was pretending like those were bedrolls and they're not. So they need to be painted. So we go back and look for things that I thought were bedrolls are not and paint them. So far, so good. Maybe it was just the one guy. Was it just the one guy? Was it just... I'm down to 4 left with this that need the black stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See that? That needs paint on it. You know what else is a great color contrast with these allies is their canteens, the light blue canteens. Really, I don't mean to sound retarded as far as like clothing, but it brings out the uniform really nicely. That light blue canteen, sky blue, robin's egg blue, whatever the hell blue it's called. All right, four more to go on these black straps. I've said on a previous stream that I've also got the mini itch again, not bought into anything yet, possibly whatever Warlord doing epic scale. Yeah, you and me are waiting for that, right, Rob? Aren't we the two guys waiting for the next epic scale and hoping it's Napoleonic? If it's not, maybe that'll be my gateway into the ancients thing, if that's the way they go. Because I have yet to go through that door. But I'm not the ancients thing, right? It's like, I don't know. I don't know how into I am with like painting shirtless guys and whatnot. Although some Roman army stuff is really cool looking, and some of the German, I don't know what you call it, like old school clan stuff looks pretty cool. But I really hope Warlord does Napoleonics in that scale. Because as much as I like this scale, you can't really do the huge, giant, God scale mass battle stuff that you can with this. I suppose you could with this, but you need so many figures and such a ungodly amount of space to pull it off. It's really not practical. So if you go that, what is it, like 13.7 millimeters, what they are route, you can really field a vast number of armies on a board and recreate some major battles. I've got those risk figures that work fairly well for just that reason. But yeah, they're all just risk figures. I know there's other companies out there that, we don't have to wait for Warlord, right, to do this. But the way they do it, I think, is economical as far as time, because the way they're produced is like strips, and I dig that because it saves time gluing, mounting, building. They just produce these strips of guys, and I don't know. There's an appeal to that format for me, at least. Asking me to explain it better, I wish I could. But yeah, there's other companies that offer this stuff in that scale, obviously. 6 millimeter, anything below 6 millimeter, I think is, I don't mean to be harsh, but I think it's ridiculous. It's just too small. What's the point? It's just too small, officially. That's the end of the story. I think 6 millimeter is borderline too small, but anything below 15 millimeter is pushing it. 15 millimeter might be the best of all possible worlds, scale-wise, because it's small enough that you can still do massed grand battles, right? But it's not so small that you can't benefit from the detail that's put into the molds and the sculpts. You can still make that out on the table, etc. I forgot to turn the air on, so I'm burning up, which is stupid because I should enjoy the air while I have the capability. After tomorrow night, I probably won't be able to use the air for days, if not weeks, depending on how bad this storm is. I don't know how long the power will be out. Which I've already said that here in New Orleans, the power goes out at the drop of a hat anyway, normally. The last time the power went out, you want to know what happened? A bird got into a transformer station. Now, I don't know what this bird did or was doing, but a bird caused the power to be out for like 3 days. And they said, oh, a bird got in there. Well, unless it was a pelican, because these things are huge, and the nests they build are massive. And you can see them sometimes on top of utility poles. It looks like like a lookout tower somebody built up there, but it's the pelicans that have built their nests up there. They're just gigantic. So maybe I would buy a pelican, got in a power station, had been living there for a while, because I seriously doubt these power stations are inspected ever. And had something going on up there, and it finally caught fire. Who knows what the hell? I don't know anything about pelicans. That's the last time the power went out. Anytime it rains, the power goes out. Literally, it can just rain, power's out. This paint's annoying me. It's like not flowing. You gotta water it down. All right, fine. And guess what? That works better. I water it down, it works better. All right, fine. You told me so. But you water it down too much, and it's too thin, and it doesn't go on thick, and you gotta do it again. And all I do is complain. I think that's all I do. I'll check the comments in a second. I gotta get rolling with some of these guys here. I don't want to be stuck doing black for hours and hours. I'll be able to finish them tonight and field them. What are you going to paint after this? I don't know. Probably a Hanoverian unit. I don't have any Hanoverians that I can field. So probably Hanoverian unit so I can have one in the field. That's awful. That's terrible. Don't ask. What I just did with this brush is pitiful. You have to understand, again, I mean, I don't mean to go on about it, but Jesus criminy, there's crap everywhere on this uniform. I don't even know what it is. It looks like somebody just took a cheese grater and went across his chest. And I'm supposed to paint all that. Come on. I don't know what this is. What's that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. There's just stuff everywhere. I just can't. I think I just like to complain. That's why I do this. Why do you paint? Because I like being miserable. Leave me alone. All right, there's that. So hat and shoes, and I mean, anybody that really knows what they're doing, look at this guy and be like, what the hell happened to him? There's stuff that's painted that shouldn't be. There's stuff that isn't painted that should be. What is going on with this guy? If I sold him, they'd be like, I got to strip him down and start all over again. These guys are ridiculous. And yet, when I get that wash on them and put them on the table, they'll look just fine. It's another channel I watched from time to time. I just discovered it recently. Basement 1908 or Basement 1918. I think he's a nurse. Literally, he's works at a hospital. And he just paints stuff. Now, he does, unlike a lot of folks, instead of just painting, he does play as well. And one of his videos said, I finally reached over 1,000 painted Napoleonic figures. I'm like, wow, that's great. It's impressive. This dude's done. He'll never have to paint again. And then 2 videos later, he's like, I'm painting 500 more British for the da-da-da. I'm like, what the hell, dude? How many guys do you need? I mean, to each their own, and it's his business, but it's like, man, you've got more figures than you could ever use in a battle. I think it's addictive, I guess, huh? It's that whole it's never enough. Paint a few, you want more. I guess I've got that issue. You could argue what I have with 500 is plenty. Oh, man, the cat. You got an hour and a half yet, buddy. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Come on. Come on. Cat might come say hi. Come on. Come on, little lady. Come say hi. Come say hi to your fan base, your world. Come on. All right, shoes. Come on, man. Come on. She'll come up right as I'm painting something. There she is. All right. Let me see if I can get her. You say hi to everybody? Yes, no, maybe so. There she is. Whoop. She wants dinner, but it's early. You got a little bit of weight yet there, sir, ma'am. It's still early. See if I can get more cat in the background. Need more cat. Can we see cat? Cat butt. Cat butt. Let's see if I can get cat hair all over everything. Usually do. I wonder how much cat hair cat owners consume in their life. I bet it's a lot. Seriously, dude, it gets in everything. Your clothes, your food. It's in the air. You can see like hairs shooting off of them, like rockets, little rocket hairs shooting out of them. So I guess this is a shoe I'm painting. It looks like somebody with club foot to me. Who sculpted this? Is it Elephant Man's shoes? John Merrick's shoes. You know what's weird is somebody probably owns those. Michael Jackson on his skull or something. What a weirdo. What am I gonna do with that? Again, I'm not 100% satisfied with these guys. I had no idea how hard they would be. As far as the amount of crap on their chest. I won't say it again, but it's daunting. It's too much. I'm going to go turn the air on because I'm going to die. Oh, Jesus Christ. What wash am I using? Was that a question? Let's see. It says, but yeah, you can, hold on. Bolt thrower were on their label for a while. I've said on a previous stream that I've also got many itch again, not bought anything yet. Possibly ancients would be good, but I think they do Napoleonics after American Civil War. Maybe English Civil War. That wouldn't be bad either. I still want Napoleonic, but I could live with English Civil War. 50mm Flames of Glory. Painting P.SS camo is what finally broke me when painting minis. I feel your pain. I did a little of that myself. The oak leaf or the oak pattern, oak leaf. Flames of War now. Okay, Flames of War. I've got boxes and boxes of this stuff sitting collecting dust I painted and used to play. I need to sell it off. I don't know that I'll use it. So many vehicles too, and they're smart the way they market this stuff. You have to have 15 tanks to form this unit. It's like, well, you want to conform to the unit requirements, right? So you buy 15 tanks, and then the game table ends up looking like a used car lot because you got so many freaking armored vehicles bunched up together. It looks freaking ridiculous. It's so far from realistic. I didn't play it like that. I never played it like that. Where you've got 15 tanks side by side moving across the table. It just looks hokey. No offense to anybody that plays that way, but I can't do it. 3 more guys with this black, and then I'm going to kill the stream and take a break. I'll come back later tonight and start doing the detail stuff, which I enjoy doing more than this. The blue collar part of painting, the base coats, and the. Once I get done with this black, it'll be a lot more enjoyable. There is a clear defined strap. I can't believe it. That is in fact a strap. Wow. Oh, what wash do I use? It's the Army Painter Medium. Where is it? Give me a second here. I got to get the strap knocked out. I can't believe it. A clear, distinct, precise, unmistakable strap. It isn't amidst 15,000 wrinkles and laces, and it's amazing. Where's my wash that I use? Now, here's the problem with the wash. This is my second bottle. The first bottle I got with a pack of Army Painter stuff. Strong tone. Quick shade, strong tone, Army Painter. And it worked like you could only imagine. The second bottle, I'm not sure what the deal is, but it goes on a little darker than it probably should. And I notice, like, crud, literally like crud buildup coming off as I'm washing, quote unquote. And I have to like take the brush and like brush off this built up crud that is coming out of the. I squeeze a bit out of the bottle onto a pallet. Nothing crud like looks like it's coming out of it. But then when I put it on, again, it goes on a little too dark. And now, I don't know about shaking it. Some people say not to. It says on the bottle, I think, shake very gently. I don't know if there's something that, if it's old, does it go bad? Is it something happened during the shipping process that it got shook? I don't know what the hell. It doesn't work quite as well as the first bottle I got. I guess maybe it gets old and goes bad. Maybe I got a bad batch. It's basically just what, like ink or wood stain or something? I knew about this stuff when I painted the Flames of War, but I never used it. I never really bothered with it. I don't think I messed with any washes until I got into like that dust tactic stuff. And some of the walkers, the German walkers, I would paint, and then I would use that wash to do weathering. It worked quite nicely, but I never really used it beyond that for anything until this stuff. So these guys definitely are not going to be any kind of part of any showcase of my abilities. They are really struggling here. Can't see anything. I don't know what it is. You know, there's a method you can use where you so you'll spray top down white and then flip them over and spray bottom up black, and you get a differentiation in the things that, subtle things that stand out that need to be painted right. But man, it's really hard to make stuff out on this guy, these guys. Otherwise, I think I've complained about this at length, probably enough. I apologize, but it's frustrating nonetheless. Now I have to sneeze. There he goes. I don't have to sneeze. I love how people. There's another topic I'm wearing down, but people at the library and they wear a mask, and they'll pull it down or take it off to cough, sneeze, blow their nose. It's like, dude, the whole point of wearing the damn thing is to filter that stuff out. Oh, I'm supposed to cough in my mask? Yes. Or go outside. Well, otherwise, what the hell is the point of wearing a mask? And that's the other thing. I have to wear a mask too. It's not just like I'm asking folks to do something I'm not doing myself. Do you think I enjoy wearing it? Do you think I like it? It's fun. It's comfortable. Every day, 8 hours a day, I got to wear this stupid mask. And you sweat under there, and it sucks. But I'm not asking you guys to do anything that I'm not doing myself. So come on. Have a heart. And I didn't make up these damn rules. But I work there and I have to enforce them, so I look at it from my perspective. Because you'll get people that are like, y'all need to relax on that mask stuff and this whole virus thing and blah, blah, blah. Especially people from Texas. Y'all love to come here and just like talk about how proud you are about, we ain't got no virus down there. Come on, man. Y'all need to relax. And it's like, dude, first of all, I have no power. You're telling me these things and you're like registering your complaints with me. I have no power to change a damn thing. So you're wasting your time telling me this stuff. Why are you telling me? Go write your congressman or go protest or something. I'm sure there's a protest group somewhere you can join that is not happy about the vaccines and the masks. Go find one and do something instead of just whining to me about it. Other guy down. Nope, shoes and gun strap. Not down. Almost down. Cotton fibers. What are you saying? Strong tone is the one I used. Loved it I used to shake the hell out of it. I'm telling you, I'll read it again, but if memory serves me, it says shake very gently or shake extremely gently, which really consists of me turning it upside down and right side up again like 2 or 3 times. I wouldn't call that a shake. So maybe I do need to shake. I don't know, dude. I need this to flow better. Flow. Please flow. Thank you. Oh my God, 2 more after this. One of the other ways I was able to paint as many as I did is in the kitchen. I would just bring the guys in there that needed to be done. I didn't have everything I own sitting around me going, paint me, paint me, paint me, until I felt like, my God, I'll never finish this. So when I was in the kitchen, it was like, I just have these guys to paint. I can do this. I can finish just these guys. So there's something else to consider if you want to start painting again. Don't surround yourself with every single thing that needs to be painted, or you'll feel overwhelmed. Or if you're rich, just have somebody do it for you, for God's sakes. There's plenty of people out there that were willing to do it. Not cheaply, but again, if you're rich. I would. If I had the money, I'd be handing it off in a briefcase to somebody. Say, here's what I want, here's what I want done, or I don't like a picture, right? I want them to look like this. Let me know when you're done. I'll give you a bonus if you finish them. What's your normal time? I'll give you a bonus if you can finish them before such and such time, you know? This sculpt's awful. His foot looks like it was stuck in a meat grinder. I can't even tell it's a foot. What the hell? You can tell when some of these molds or whatever need to be like changed or something. Does that make sense? That they just look like hell. They're not clean molds. The result. Let's call it mud that's stuck all over his foot. Well, that's what we'll do. Because I mean, you can't not paint it. Then you're just left with this gray mass of what is that? I don't know. There's a lot of dead areas on these guys too. Like say for instance, he has his arm raised and there's an area under the armpit where the mold is just metal and it's not flash. I know what flash is. You can cut that away. The horses are bad for that. And they have just this massive metal that's supposed to be nothing, but you can't mold the guy in such a way that nothing is there. It inevitably will have mold there. It'll have metal there. And it's like, what the hell are you supposed to paint that? I guess black would represent like a neutral area, a nothing area. I don't know. This is supposed to be a gun strap. It looks like you dropped this gun in a bucket of tar. Whatever. This bayonet on this guy, I don't know what's going on there. Looks like a pair of scissors. What is that? Oh, I see what he's doing. Is he ramming a rod down his gun that has a bayonet on it? Because what it looks like is he's fixing the bayonet onto his gun, but the bayonet looks like a pair of scissors, so it's got to be the former. 2 more to go. Let's see. 2 more is too many. I'm played out of this black stuff. Same problem with the light. The stuff that I just painted is shiny, so it reflects and looks like I didn't paint it. So I go back over it again, not needing to. I'm a mess. Officially a mess. There's things that. Okay. There's a long way to go on these. I mean, I've got the black and I'm stopping, but there's, don't get me wrong, there's bread bags, powder horns, gun barrels, bayonets, swords, canteens, sash, these stupid tassels hanging off of the shakos that I don't know what they are. All that needs to be painted some color. The palms on the top of the shakos are, I guess, green. I'll look all this up. But again, this black, once I finish this black, it'll have knocked out a significant portion. Two more and then I'm signing off. So if you guys, anybody has something to share, add, say, now's the time. Tomorrow night the storm hits. We'll find out if Jason should have left or not. Hopefully I made the right choice. Came close to leaving, waited in line for gas. Started figuring out where I can go, what to take, and then I relaxed a bit and said, let's just think now for a second. And here I am still. So there was that. I'm like, told myself, I'm like, let's not panic. Let's rationale out what my options are. Go from there, figure out what to do, and it's like, I didn't end up going anywhere. And it's too late to leave now, right? Because the Causeway Bridge is so jacked up and jam-packed and full of stuff. It's like a nightmare. Nobody's moving traffic-wise. Yep. It's a mess. The stuff on this chest is really just beyond me. I don't know. Can't get over it. I've never seen such a busy, scoped area of a miniature, I think, ever. There was so much going on. I don't understand. I mean, if I actually just painted everything on his chest black, I might be able to get away with it. That's how busy it is. That's how much stuff is going on this guy's chest. Whoop. Uh-oh. We still streaming? Power flickered. Not anything to do with the storm. And a lot of people have left, so it can't be everybody using an air conditioner thing either. So maybe the utility company's testing and tweaking something. I don't know. Or maybe another bird is hanging out of the power station. Bird. A couple of years ago, I've already told this story, but a couple of years ago, a squirrel got in there and blew the power station out. And they had a second line for the dead squirrel. The second line was like a parade. An impromptu, unofficial community parade that just pops up. They did a second line, folks did, for this dead squirrel that got fried. I will always appreciate that, the humor in that. That act. That's the personality of the city, and that's part of the reason I like this city. Although there's a lot not to like, and it's getting worse. We won't go there today. All right, scabbard, backpack, rifle strap, bedroll straps, jacket straps. Do not go on like I want them to. They should just roll right on there. like that. Hey, if you water down your paint. Guess who likes to do things the hard way? Are you still counter clipping, Rob? Did I lose you? Fall asleep counter clipping? What do you do with your clippings? Turn them to mulch. You can mulch your garden with your organ counter clippings. That'd be hilarious. What do you use for mulch, Fred? Well, I got these here GMT games, and I clipped the counters on them. I saved the clippings. Use it for mulch and whatnot. I use it to line the bed of my hamster cage. Speaking of bad TV shows, this is really going to irritate a lot of people. I don't care. I'm going to say it. That Sharp series is unwatchable. I tongue in cheek, I'm like, I'll just watch it for the uniforms or for the whatever. I can't even do that. It's unbearable. I'm sorry, y'all. Unwatchable. It's that bad. Books are probably great. That's probably the route I should go, or the audiobooks even. But that TV series is so bad. Everything from the music to the lines that they have to say to the plot. Oh my God. And as it turns out, I mean, it's probably a cheap budgeted show, but I mean, you can't really watch it for historical accuracy. There's videos on YouTube that this guy does, and he did one on, there's an episode of Waterloo or something, and he's like, this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong, can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I understand why people watch it. I mean, what is your options out there as far as that era, that style warfare to watch? You know what I mean? And I've talked about this before. What media-wise, what movies and shows do we have really at our disposal to watch? There's the Waterloo movie. There's War and Peace, like 3 versions of that you can watch. I don't know. Is that it? I think that's it. There's I think a French mini-series on Napoleon with some action all the way back to the early, some of his most early engagements before he got much notoriety. There's that thing. Anything else? And I've also argued this is a kind of a sort of reason why more folks don't get into Napoleonic stuff, because there just isn't the eye-catching media to draw you into that like there is, say, World War II. There's just gobs and tons and oodles of World War II shows and movies and documentaries, and it's everywhere. So it's not hard to even by accident become inspired by or interested in World War II stuff. It's just we're almost inundated with it. At least as Americans. I mean, I can't speak for every nationality, but probably the British too. So it makes sense that more folks play the World War II stuff. Why isn't there a good Napoleonic movie on like the Battle of Austerlitz or Eylau or any number of things? A movie just on the Battle of Austerlitz. Why can't that happen? I guess because they would determine that it wouldn't get the return budget-wise that they would have to put into it. I mean, is that what it is, though? I mean, is it the lack of interest, or is it because people don't want to watch it, or is there lack of interest because people don't freaking know it exists? And maybe if we put some things out there, they'd start digging it and the demand would go up. I don't know. I think I've talked enough. I've got one guy left, and then after this, and then I can shut up. I'm getting tired of hearing myself. Stupid opinions. Opinions on things. Y'all got any more of them opinions? No, we're fresh out, sir. Used them all up. Throw them back order. I'll say it again. One guy left after this. No more fiddling around with this horrible black that won't go on correctly because I won't water it down. I've smudged it, smeared it around so poorly. This is not why I was birthed and raised to do this. I think I've disgraced my family name. That's how bad these guys have been painted. I'll have to verify that. Make sure I'm still welcome home at Thanksgiving and stuff like that. They're like, well, we saw that video where you painted those there KGL 2nd Battalion, and my God, you made a mess of that stuff. Tell you what, strip them down and paint them over. We'll save your turkey leg. See, what is that? I can't paint that. These are horrible. That's supposed to be a belt. It looks like he spilled his coffee over his uniform. Almost done here. Almost done. That's better, but it still looks like crap. I'm trying to paint it. There's this little part of a belt that goes across the back jacket, and I mean, I could live without doing it, but it needs to be painted. And I am just pooling and puddling paint over it like horribly. I allow myself a bit of wiggle room as far as how good these need to be, but I mean, if they're just looking like crap, there's no point in doing it. Might as well just stop. Because anybody can paint them to look like crap. So I try and continue to maintain a certain standard. I guess I bring that up because it would be easy to say, I don't care as long as they get done and I can put them on the table, but that's not the attitude I want to have. Spend money for these things. You've got people that are going to be watching in theory, watching you push these across the table. And they may as well not be painted as opposed to just looking like crap. Better off leaving them just primed. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, there's a couple of shoes. Last 2 shoes I have to do for a while. Looks like we got a little scabbard there. Let me take care of that for you, everybody. All right, no problem. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little delirious here. Backpack, yay. I've been painting probably, I don't know, hour and a half, 2.5 hours, probably 3 hours today. That's a lot for me in one sitting. Although I did have the getting fed and watered break. There's a bunch of that mop hair fiber in here that I used to clean the table off where I primed them. It's annoying. Don't ever do that. Don't use a dry mop to sweep off your table outside so you can prime your figures. Because all those dry, stupid mop fiber hairs stick to the table. And then they get on your guys. It is a tragedy of the ages. I'm so almost there. Backpack done. What's left? Straps, shoulder wings, epaulets, things. Shoulder wing epaulet things. That's what they are. I wonder how, after even a small campaign, I wonder how much these uniforms resembled anything like they did when they set out on campaign. You know, I know they had like long coats that they could wear, cover themselves. I guess they had to do their own mending, right? It's not like you just go to the mess hall or the post, supply post, and get a new uniform. I mean, I guess some of these uniforms look pretty damn ragged as time went on. I can't even tell where that cuff ends. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Oh, what a feeling. You're dancing on the sea. You guys popping in and out, you're not missing much. It's just me ranting about this and that. Nothing in particular. Not much substance in what I've had to say today. Just a bunch of nonsense words coming out of the mouth hole. That's all it's been. The mouth hole show. Let me complain about this and that. Alright, cuff. Gun strap, hat. At least this stuff doesn't dry glossy. I've seen, and I think it's because people use a coat to protect the paint after they paint them, like a protective coat, like a matte or oftentimes it's not matte though, and it just looks like almost glassy. It looks so bad, and I think it's such a shame because some of you folks are able to paint to such a high standard. It's so impressive, and then whatever you're doing for the final result, where they end up looking like a shiny enamel, is just wrecks it. I don't know. Oops. Getting all over the rifle barrel, but it's fine because I still have yet to paint that. Are we almost there, please? Are we there yet, Dad? Almost. A watched mini never boils. No, that's not how it goes. What does this say? A watched pot never gets painted. Oh my God, we're almost there. Wait, collar. You know what? I'm not painting any of that stuff. He's laying on his belly. Why do I need to paint the stuff on his belly? Answer me that, please. Who's going to know besides you that the straps, as I paint the straps on his belly? But honestly, I mean, he's laying on his belly. Why do I need to spend my time? And yet I do it. All right, so I think that is a go. Oh, it was collar. It was collar and we're good. Collar? No, hair. Let's get some hair in there too. Great. Just paint his whole head black. How about that? Say it's his mask. Okay, I think I can look at this. Nope. It's the ammo cartridge pouch, and then we're done. Cartridge pouch coming right up. Come on. Cartridge pouch. He should be base, so I don't have to grab the tip of his rifle and hold him, or his freshly painted boots. So maybe I'll base them before I go any further. Oh, he's got green hair. Cool. All right, I think that does it for this episode of Drive Yourself Crazy with some crappy black painting skills. Finish up on the comments here. Still clipping, just finished the French. Continue on with the clipping, sir. Sharp is awful. Yeah, Sharp's bad. Books are bad too. Good to know. The Master and Commander, that movie is awesome. You're right. I've seen that a couple times. No, I won't get into naval stuff. It's not it never takes with me. There's no risk of that with me. I tried it briefly. I even did an on-camera thing with some naval stuff. It was cool for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this. The naval stuff. The submarine stuff is about all I can do, and that's like with the Hunters, the game The Hunters. That's about all I got in me as far as naval stuff, is sub stuff. But, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll finish these guys off camera. Wish me luck. I don't know if you'll hear from me again before the storm hits. Again, we'll see if Jason made the right decision by staying behind. That should start really hitting about late afternoon to early evening tomorrow. So, all right, guys, stay safe. I'll talk to you the next time I talk to you.